It's a report you'll only see here on Apple Valley News Now. A City of Yakima employee facing a felony charge, but still at work. We'll hear from the police union coming up.
And get your umbrella handy. We're looking at some soggy conditions ahead this weekend. I'm tracking your first alert weather forecast.
And we are live tonight from the Hapo Center in Pasco for the Sportsman Show, which is now underway.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner. A City of Yakima employee accused of committing criminal acts and payroll fraud in the amount of tens of thousands of dollars, now formally charged with a felony after police say she broke into the home of another city employee and assaulted her last year. But a week after the city learned about those charges, she's still at work. It's an investigation by Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell that you will only see right here.
Jeanette Mora has worked as a full-time employee for the City of Yakima for more than 16 years. She was the police services manager up until last year when she transitioned into the role of public records officer. But it's that change and the reasons behind it that's left many questioning why she's still working at the city at all. When Mora was working in her position as police services manager, she was in charge of overseeing the entire police records division. That division was in charge of things like data reporting to the FBI. But in March 2023, rumors began circulating about Mora and her attendance on a regular basis. And that got back to Yakima Police Chief Matt Murray. Chief Murray launched an internal investigation and told her the findings on March 28, 2023.
The more I looked, the more I found.
Okay.
And after having looked at several months of data, including card readers, cameras, it's pretty apparent that you're not here much.
Yakima Police Patrolmen's Association Vice President Scott Grant, who spoke on behalf of the union, says he and the people he represents want answers.
It first started with essentially a 2-day investigation as to how much time Jeanette was actually spending at work.
Murray's investigation uncovered Mora was only coming to work about half the time, but logging her hours as if she were there full time.
I mean, just the few months that we calculated it, 50% of the time for a quarter of the year is at $150,000 a year. I mean, you do the math. I mean, we're looking at tens of thousands of dollars that she basically stole from the city.
With department heads under pressure from the city to cut 10% of their budget, Chief Murray cut Mora's position and took it out of the police department's budget.
So it's clear to me that your position's not needed, because you're just not here.
Mora was put on paid administrative leave while she negotiated an agreement with the city. That agreement allowed her to cash out all of her paid time off, and in the meantime, she was hired as a city public records officer, assigned to none other than police and fire public records.
That's one of the main concerns I have, is that she has access to a lot of sensitive documents and records.
How this happened is not quite clear, but it is important to note several sources have told me Mora has a close and personal relationship with the City of Yakima's Human Resources Director, Connie Mendoza. In one memo last fall, Chief Murray noted, quote, Connie's clear bias toward Jeanette Mora prevented me from working through the most troubling employee issue I have faced as the Chief of Police for Yakima. Then, according to court documents in July of 2023, the Kennewick Police Department was called in to investigate Mora over allegations of abuse. And while those accusations were unfounded,
Jeanette was upset because her friends that currently work for the police department didn't tell her about the initial investigation.
According to court documents, on July 27th, Mora went to the home of another City of Yakima employee. Authorities claim she was intoxicated and had a gun. The employee and Mora struggled over the gun, according to court documents, and Mora assaulted the employee. That employee was able to get the gun away from Mora, and the Yakima County Sheriff's Office showed up and took her into custody.
But it was determined that there was no probable cause at that time.
Mora was briefly placed on paid administrative leave, and the case was sent again to the Kennewick Police Department to investigate. At the same time that detectives were working through the criminal investigation, there was a dispute between the Yakima Police Department and Human Resources Director Connie Mendoza over the records left behind on Mora's computer from when she was the police services manager. Per department policy, when Mora left that position, all the files on her computer were copied over to a flash drive, so the person taking over her duties could use them.
And it's actually YPD policy or Yakima Police policy that those records don't get removed from the police department, just for sensitivity reasons.
But earlier in July, HR Director Mendoza reportedly took that flash drive from a YPD employee under threat of discipline and refused to give it back, leaving the police department without access to those records. In fact, it escalated to Chief Murray filing a formal complaint against the HR director on August 14th and requesting an internal investigation.
The document that came back was disfavorable to the human resource director, and essentially ordered her to turn those documents over to the police department.
But nearly 5 months later, Grant says it still hasn't happened. Former city manager Bob Harrison was fired at the beginning of the year by the newly elected city council, but he stayed on the job until the new interim city manager was sworn in Tuesday evening. That means Harrison was still in charge on Friday when those formal charges came in against Mora. Mora was charged with attempted residential burglary, fourth-degree assault with sexual motivation, reckless endangerment, and first-degree burglary, which is punishable by up to life in prison and/or a $50,000 fine.
We were just hoping that once she was formally charged with the crimes, that they would have the evidence they needed, that they would actually take the steps to place her on admin leave and eventually remove her. But when it was apparently clear that they had knowledge that she was being charged and still didn't do anything, that's why we're talking now.
But as city spokesperson Randy Beeler confirmed, as of today, Mora is still at work and has not been placed on administrative leave.
I think my biggest question is, why is she so untouchable? Why is she being protected so much? I don't understand why she's being treated so differently than any other city employee is.
A feeling reiterated in Chief Murray's formal complaint against Mendoza, where he said, quote, "Numerous city employees, both inside and outside the police department, have approached me about the city's response to Jeanette Mora's behavior. Universally, they feel that this is a continuation of nearly a decade of favorable treatment of Jeanette by Connie. They believe the situation is inequitable, unjust, and that they would never be afforded the same treatment for similar behavior." Grant actually told me several stories about city employees both inside and outside of the police department who were accused of committing much smaller crimes but faced a much bigger response from the city.
There was a officer that we had that backed into a mailbox, and he tried to cover it up by falsifying his daily record that we turned in at the time.
Grant says that officer was later charged with hit and run, a misdemeanor.
He was placed on administrative leave and terminated because of his actions, whereas Jeanette had committed a felony crime, yet no actions are being taken by the city.
In another case, Grant says a city employee working as a janitor at the airport took a bottle of gin from a box of items that had been confiscated from passengers by the TSA.
That employee is currently on administrative leave pending termination for a quasi-theft of a product that was never going back to the original owner.
I was able to get some clarification on the city's policy on administrative leave from city spokesperson Randy Beeler.
There is no process under which the city automatically would place an employee on administrative leave simply because they have been charged with a crime. Employees have due process rights, just like everybody else does. If a city employee was charged with a crime, the city would look at that circumstance, investigate that circumstance, and then come to a conclusion about what action to take.
And specifically, when it comes to Mora's case,
once the city receives it, of course, the investigation report will be reviewed, and then if there are any additional actions that need to be taken, the city will do so.
But Grant says overall, when it comes to the city's response to Mora's actions, specifically from the HR director and former city manager,
I think of failure as more of an accidental type of action. I think that their cover-up or their actions to sweep it under the rug was very purposeful, and so I wouldn't say failure. I'd say it's more corruption than anything. The ideal resolution is that she be placed on immediate administrative leave pending the criminal investigation, and we would like a internal investigation to see if there's any city policies that were violated, and then her actually be held accountable for those policies.
I reached out to City of Yakima Mayor Patricia Byers, who says she wasn't aware of any of this until just this morning. She told me, quote, "If the information given to me was correct, I do find it troubling. In my personal opinion, if a city employee commits a violent crime, I would think that there would be an internal investigation and that the person would be placed on leave until the matter was settled." I also reached out to former city manager Bob Harrison, who had some additional information about this case. When I asked him about the police records dispute between Chief Murray and Mendoza, he denied that there was an internal or external investigation into the matter and that they, quote, "did a review and the result was that they needed a better understanding of whether an employee has access to their former records." When asked about the relationship between Mora and Mendoza, he said that Mendoza, quote, "as HR director, has always performed her duties professionally and this is no different." He emphasized that Mora's position as police services manager was, quote, "not eliminated as a result of discipline, but due to a reduction in force." He said he did learn of the charges against Mora on Friday and consulted with legal and HR, but no decisions were made, and it's now up to the new interim city manager, Dave Zabel. I also got in touch with Zabel, who told me, quote, "as is our policy, the city is not going to comment on ongoing personnel issues." I haven't yet heard back from Mendoza, but this is a developing story, and we will have more information on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. Reporting from the Yakima newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Thanks, Emily. Now let's talk about your forecast. Stacey Lee joins us now. And Stacey, we're seeing a lot of action on the radar tonight.
That's right. The radar very active. We're seeing some mixed precipitation coming through the Yakima Valley from the Kittitas Valley on down, hitting the Hanford site. Prosser, we'll start seeing those showers probably before the end of this show. So again, be careful out there. There's a little bit of freezing rain falling. We've had to deal with the fog for several days, and we're still a little socked in this evening for Walla Walla and Pendleton. Tri-City's looking much better. Yakima seeing a little bit of fog as well as Cle Elum. Our Legends Casino Skycam, 35 degrees right now. Winds are zippo and our humidity up to 92%. We do have a winter weather advisory due to freezing rain through the Cascade Mountains. Any of those passes overnight tonight are going to get icy. We could see up to 1/10 of an inch of accumulation. So rain tonight, tomorrow. Temperatures are warming. They're going to be well above the average going into next week. That freezing rain through the mountains, be aware of that, and potential river flooding. We could be seeing bankfuls by the end of the weekend. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. We'll call it a celebration of the great outdoors, but happening indoors. The 30th annual Tri-Cities Sportsman Show is now underway at the Hapo Center in Pasco. Apple Valley News Now's Austin Reed joins us there live. Hi, Austin.
Hey there, Alyssa. Once again, you know, in the 5 o'clock hour, you may have seen us on the other side of the center. Where we were was the vendor area, but we have now moved over to the arena side, and it is calming down just a little bit because things wrap up at 7 o'clock tonight. But on this side, we've got beautiful trucks, we've got boats, we've got campers and trailers for people to come out and see. And we're going to do just a quick showcasing here where we are right now. Coming up at 6:30, I'm going to attempt to do the axe throwing live, so that'll be interesting. We are right by Axe, KPR, Axe Throwing. Now, over here, we've got a lake for kids, and that will continue through the weekend, both Saturday and Sunday. And then this is one of my favorites, Border Collie International performing canine team demonstrations. There's so much to see. The event will continue tomorrow, Saturday, and then Sunday. By the way, this is the 30th annual Tri-Cities Sportsman Show. That's the latest live here in Pasco. Austin Reed, Apple Valley News Now. We'll see you at 6:30.
Thanks, Austin. We'll check in with you in a bit. Now, still ahead, it is more than just story time. We're talking about why this reading event is forging community connections with local law officers. And we'll get back to that first alert forecast as Stacey Lee is tracking a lot of wet weather headed our way. That's next on Apple Valley News Now at 6.
With K2 Vision RLE, you can throw away your distance and reading glasses. Plus, you'll never develop a cataract. Schedule a free Zoom consultation with us today. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
Ben Franklin Transit is hiring safety-oriented coach operators. Become a crucial part of the Tri-Cities community and provide a vital service to our riders. Get out from behind a desk and experience a workday that keeps you moving. Enjoy CDL training, comprehensive benefits, and generous paid time off. When you're driving for Ben Franklin Transit, you're part of a growing team of community-oriented professionals. Apply now to join the Ben Franklin Transit team.
At Goodwill, we're more than just a store. We believe in the power of community. Our devoted team of employees, working hand in hand with local business partners, unite to create opportunities for all. Within Goodwill's Employment Connection Center is a free walk-in job search assistance program that assists job seekers in crafting resumes, preparing for interviews, and grants access to community resources and information. We're not just building careers, we're building bridges that strengthen our community. Goodwill, where your purchases and donations transform your community.
Dishwasher on the fritz. Laundry giving you fits. A water heater that quits. In a world without Culligan, hard water makes life harder. Get a Culligan softener, the world's best. Put your water worries to rest.
For the greatest selection at the lowest prices, come to Cost Less Carpet.
As a general contractor, I bring my clients to Cost Less Carpet so they can see every option.
Everything I need is always in stock.
If it's trendy or new, I'm sure you'll find it here.
And their team of designers are so fun to work with.
It really is worth the experience.
I can find everything for my home or my client's home, no problem.
Shopping here is an awesome experience.
Cost Less Carpet, where inspiration and ideas happen.
And now a joke from Yolk's Fresh Market. What are dogs called in the winter? Chili dogs!
Are you an experienced machinist? We have a job for you. Pasco Machine is hiring now. We offer generous wages, overtime, double time, full medical, paid holidays, and 4-day work schedule. Apply online today at pascomachine.com.
With K2 Vision RLE, you can throw away your distance and reading glasses. Plus, you'll never develop a cataract. Schedule a free Zoom consultation with us today. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Welcome back. Members of the Richland Police Department went to the public library today to talk to children about what it's like to do their jobs. Monique Ledesma says the department is hoping this experience helps build bridges with the community.
When Detective Eric Edwards gets a chance to be a part of a community event, he says he's all in.
I've been a police officer for 21 years, and every time I've had an opportunity to do something like this, I've taken that opportunity.
Detective Edwards got the chance to speak to young children today, and he used his storytelling ability to help them learn.
I had 3 books to choose from. I picked the 2 that I thought did the best to let the kids know the breadth of things that police officers do, as well as a couple of fine details about some of the cooler things that we do, because the job is cool.
But Edwards says it's more than just reading to children. It's a way for officers to be seen by the youngest people in our communities in a different light. Richland Police Department tells me that reading books like these help educate children at a young age that police officers are not just people behind badges. Edwards says programs like these help kids build trust with local officers.
Because we want children to feel comfortable to be able to go and ask for help when they need help. And if the police are who they need help from, we don't want them to be afraid of the police. It's one of the hardest balances that we have to deal with.
Detective Edwards says the department is eager to be involved in the community that helps build bridges, because that's what builds trust between one another. Reporting in Richland, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
All right, buckle up. We have a lot to unpack as far as the weather goes into the weekend. We are seeing very active rain showers and even some mixed precipitation across the I-90, I-82 corridor between Ellensburg, Cle Elum, down into the Yakima Valley, those Rattlesnake Mountains there. Moving into Prosser, rain showers here. We're even seeing some freezing ice rain just south of Hermiston. So we'll continue to see this active pattern. It started and it will continue. In fact, we have a winter weather advisory through 1 o'clock in the morning across the Cascades. So any of those mountain passes, if you're traveling at all, be prepared to deal with some ice on the roadway. We could see up to 1/10 of an inch of accumulation overnight tonight. That will start to transition as temperatures warm tomorrow to just rain showers. This is what's happening. It's an atmospheric river. We had that one back in December that brought so much rain to the west side of the state, and that's the case as we go through the evening. And you see that those rain showers transitioning as it's meeting up with that cold air that's been stuck in the Columbia Basin area for the last several days. So that's what's happening this evening out there. Our storm track is headed right to the Pacific Northwest. It's a big fire hose aimed right at us, and that's going to bring lots of rain with this next atmospheric river. Here's that first band. Those snow showers mainly staying up along the Washington-Canadian border. Rain showers and mixed precip here in some of the lower elevations. This is what it looks like tomorrow. Look for scattered showers all throughout Washington state. And then as we get into our Sunday, here comes the next one. Now this one's aimed a little bit more towards Vancouver, BC, and those Cascade Mountains up to the north, which could cause some rapid snow melt. And we are going to be keeping a close eye on rivers, creeks, and streams. We could be at bankful by Sunday. Here's our future cast. Again, those widespread showers through the evening. They'll continue to fall, moving to the east towards Walla Walla and across Pendleton and out of the area. We'll have a little bit of a break in between and then more showers continuing on your Saturday. Midday, we'll see a little bit of a break in some areas, but we'll continue to see the rainfall across the Cascades. Another band moving in on Saturday night all through the region. It's going to be very wet for the next several days. As we get into Sunday, my future cast will only go so far. That next system mainly north of the Seattle area towards the Canadian border. Here's our Legends Casino Skycam tonight. 35 degrees outside. Winds Zippo, so our feels like temp is 35. Our humidity still high, up at 92% right now. Weather photos, you guys keep snapping those ones. I love this. Of course, we've been socked in fog here. A great photo from Alita. She was out at Vista Park taking a walk and grabbed a beautiful photograph. I appreciate that. Remember to snap those photos and send them to me, S. Lee, at applevalleyNewsNow.com. All right, let's take a look at our temperatures overnight with those scattered showers. Our region warming up, staying above the freezing level. That's good news. Nice and warm along the foothills of the Blues. We'll be in the mid-30s here in the Columbia Basin, lower 30s towards Ellensburg. And this is where we're going to keep an eye on ice on that I-82 and I-90 corridors through the region. Here's what things are looking like tomorrow in Yakima. It's going to be a wet day. Check it out. Temperatures hitting the 40s by 4 p.m. Let's take a peek now at Tri-Cities. Rain showers on and off throughout the day. 42 by 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Walla Walla, it's going to be wet there as well, with temperatures even a little warmer, getting close to that 50-degree mark, well above our average for this time of year. Here's what Hermiston looks like. More rain showers. Let's take a peek at what's going on in the hills over the weekend. We do see the freezing rain. This is our Schweitzer Mountain camera right now. There's the ski resort's closed down, but looks like maybe they could do some night skiing. They're grooming those runs. Unfortunately, it's not going to be a good ski weekend because those temperatures are warming above the freezing level. Possibly an inch of snow could fall by tomorrow. More than likely, we'll see just rain showers there. Ski Bluewood, same thing. No new snow in the last 24 hours. Look at those warm temperatures with rain showers falling on the resort tomorrow. And if you're headed to White Pass, not looking great there as well. As those temperatures warm up to close to 40 degrees, we'll see rain showers on the hill. So there you have it, your Schweitzer Mountain Ski Report, brought to you by Schweitzer Mountain Ski Resort. I'm Stacy Lee. Stick around. We've got more on the way. Apple Valley News Now. We'll come right back.
For generations, hardworking people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks, making them America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. This is the next generation of built Ford tough.
Spectrum Mobile brings you our best deal to start the new year. Now you can get unlimited mobile for $15 per line. Switch to Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for just $15 per line with no added taxes or hidden fees and no contracts. Save over $1,400 for the first year. Call 855-231-7007. Spectrum Mobile includes nationwide 5G and the fastest wireless speeds with unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for just $15 per line. Call 855-231-7007 or visit a Spectrum store near you.
A caring nurse who needed some care of his own.
I feel like I'm giving people their lives back again.
That's the upside to Robert's job. The downside?
I'm on my feet all the time.
Robert tried to deal with the pain on his own.
And I would roll tennis balls under my feet, frozen water bottles.
Nothing worked until he got fitted for Good Feet arch supports.
Now that I'm pain free, I can make these people feel better.
Can't beat that. Get your free fitting at the Good Feet store.
When it comes to remodeling your bath, there's fact and there's fiction. Fiction. Some bath remodels just cover up water damage. Fact. Bathfitter inspects and cleans your current tub area, and we make any necessary repairs before installing our product for a watertight fit. Bathfitter installations are built to last, with a lifetime warranty to fit your expectations. Get the bath that fits you. Bathfitter. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Tony's Big Cheese Pizza and Yakima's Hometown Pizzeria. Stop by, we can't wait to see you. The freshest, tastiest pizza around, no need to drive all over town for great pizza. Tony's Big Cheese Pizza, I'm loving the pizza. More pizza.
Lean on me.
This is our city.
When you're not strong.
We're here to protect people. This crew attacked our people in their homes. I need to see this through. We have a new family of brothers and sisters. Remember that.
Somebody to
For generations, hardworking people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks, making them America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. This is the next generation of built Ford tough.
Welcome back. The National Security Agency buys Americans' internet data without warrants. That's according to newly unclassified letters made public by Oregon Senator Ron Wyden's office. In a statement, the agency confirmed it does buy data from private vendors. Officials say the NSA has bought web browsing and app use data, but a former agency director says the data does not contain communication content. He also said the NSA does not purchase phone location data or any information generated by car entertainment systems. Now we're talking more about online data as local law enforcement are looking to bring in facial recognition technology. We'll take an in-depth look at what that means coming up in the next 5 minutes.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
A successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process. With Windermere on your side and confidence in your real estate journey.
Tonight, Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
You were convicted of helping to kill your mom.
What will Gypsy Rose reveal?
Why reveal it now? Why didn't you say anything about it then?
The Deborah Roberts interview.
Wow.
2020, tonight on ABC.
Looking for a car with more room for adventure? Make your presence known when you drive away in a new 2024 Kia Sportage LX with all-wheel drive from Overturf Kia. Now only $29,999. Plus, get 4.25% interest for up to 48 months. You'll find a great selection of new vehicles in stock now. Take delivery today or reserve a car that's on its way. Shop online anytime at overturfkia.com. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
Okay, so I'm not sure I could even talk about this, but US Cellular has a new deal where you can get any phone for free. Seriously, wow.
You're so right. That's a totally awesome deal.
I know it's not my business, but I just had to tell you.
My business sense says that's a great deal.
Yeah, maybe we should all keep this to ourselves. No selfies.
Excuse me, it's work. Talk to me.
What a boss.
Get any phone free when you switch to U.S. Cellular. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Get ready to spin, win, and end January with cash at Wild Horse Resort and Casino in the $150,000 Mega Spin Extravaganza Grand Prize Drawing. Use your Club Wild Card to earn entries every day. Then join us this Saturday, January 27th, for a chance to take home the grand prize of $5,000 cash during the Mega Spin finale. Will you take home the grand prize? Keep playing in February for more chances to spin and win. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. More winners, more often.
In life's delicate moments, turn to the compassionate experts at Tri-Cities Chaplaincy. Whether it's hospice, palliative, or grief care for adults and children, we are here for you in Benton and Franklin counties. And the best part, our grief support comes at no cost to you. When life gets tough, we're here to guide you, ensuring you live your best life, even through the toughest moments. Visit us today at tccbestlife.org.
Are you an experienced machinist? We have a job for you. Pasco Machine is hiring now. We offer generous wages, overtime, double time, full medical, paid holidays, and 4-day work schedule. Apply online today at pascomachine.com.
You were nominated for Volunteers Count, and you won, and you've got yourself a $1,000 donation from STCU.
For a small organization like us, that is not an insignificant amount of money.
I'm more of a behind-the-scenes person, so when I do get the recognition for the stuff that I do, it's like very rewarding.
She was just the perfect person.
STCU Volunteers Count honors volunteers in our communities. Please tell us a story of someone you believe is making an impact.
Next extra, Samuel L. Jackson, Dua Lipa, Henry Cavill, John Cena. How many big names can you pack into one film? Just look at these epic cast photos. We are in London with the stars of Argylle. Next extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
The Benton County Sheriff's Office is looking at potentially using artificial intelligence to assist with investigations. Now, at the last public meeting, I heard a lot of concerns about that proposal. I took those questions to a professor at WSU Tri-Cities. We're going to hear from him in just a moment. Plus, we have another update from Moscow, where the person accused of violently killing 4 University of Idaho students more than a year ago is fighting to delay his trial even further. The news at 6:30 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
Tonight, the Benton County Sheriff's Office is preparing to hold their 3rd public hearing to share information and get feedback about a proposal to use facial recognition technology to assist in investigations. So what exactly does facial recognition mean for you? I spoke to an expert at WSU Tri-Cities to find out.
Facial recognition is one of the oldest AI tools. In fact, people were working on facial expression in 1960.
Dr. John Miller is an associate professor of computer science at WSU Tri-Cities. He says, at its heart, artificial intelligence is a tool.
And this is what computers are great at. They can do legwork and they can do it fast, and they save us a lot of time to do creative work.
Even after decades of development, Dr. Miller says there's a lot of mistrust of these computer programs. That could be based in a lack of understanding about what they do.
The difficulty with this algorithm is that even though this algorithm probably uses exactly the same things humans use to recognize a face, and we can demonstrate that with the algorithm. For example, it gives importance to the eyes and to the mouth and to hair and things like that. So the only difference between this algorithm and your brain is that an eye to the computer is something very different than what your human brain thinks an eye is.
If computers don't see things the same way a human does, it can lead to some lost in translation moments, and hackers could deliberately exploit that weakness.
With malicious intent, you can subtly change the image that greatly affects the computer's interpretation of the image, but doesn't change your interpretation of the image. So you think it's a stop sign if you look at it, but now you've fooled the computer and it thinks it's a speed limit sign.
That's a general concern, and fixing it is an ongoing effort. When it comes to the Benton County Sheriff's Office, investigators say they're looking at using a program called Clearview AI to help sift through tens of billions of pictures online when they're trying to identify someone.
Examples of those cases are The obvious being criminal cases, less obvious being community caretaking, a child that walks away from home that can't identify who their parents are or where they live, a family member with a medical ailment that makes it to where they can't identify who they are, where they live, or who their family is, unconscious individuals. The goal is to reunite those people with their family as quickly as possible. And the obvious goal of the criminal investigation is to identify potential suspects in crime and get them held accountable for what they've done.
At the last public hearing earlier this month, we heard concerns about how the technology could potentially be used in the future. The sheriff's office says state law requires them to get permission for every new step. So if they wanted to expand in the future, they would have to go through this process all over again. As for privacy concerns, Clearview AI says it uses pictures publicly available online, things that you could conceivably find with a regular search engine if you had the time, and says it does not save the reference pictures that are uploaded by law enforcement. I asked Dr. Miller what he would recommend when it comes to allowing law enforcement to use artificial intelligence.
For law enforcement, I would prefer that the user be a little bit educated because the consequences can be enormous. Where human harm is involved, it would be better if the people who actually used it were somewhat informed about what's behind the algorithm.
Now, Dr. Miller also told me he wouldn't want facial recognition to be the single piece of evidence that decides a case. And Detective DeMeyer with the Benton County Sheriff's Office says every match that comes back from the program, if they decide to use it, would be reviewed by investigators before they decide to move forward. Now, the third public hearing is happening at the Benton County Administration Building in Kennewick at 7 o'clock this evening. Once those public hearings are done, there will be time for everyone to read the final draft proposal and offer feedback before the Sheriff's Office takes this to county commissioners for a decision. Of course, we'll continue to keep you updated on how that goes. But for right now, let's talk about your forecast. Stacey Lee is tracking some very wet weather tonight.
That's right. Put away the snow shovel and get out the umbrella. It's going to be a wet weekend. We have an atmospheric river presently making its way across the state. This evening, we see wet conditions in Seattle, Tacoma, all the way into the Cascade Mountains, where it's falling in the form of ice and freezing rain on down the Yakima Valley, moving its way into the Columbia Basin. And we'll continue to see spotty showers throughout the evening and most of the day tomorrow. Now, those showers should start to wipe away most of the fog that's been keeping us, foggy with poor visibility the last few days. Pendleton, however, is seeing very limited visibility this evening. It's looking much better elsewhere. Cle Elum down to 1 mile of visibility. Legends Casino Skycam 35 degrees and it's a chilly night. Now, there is a winter weather advisory across the Cascade Mountains because of the ice and the freezing rain that we're seeing outside. Temperatures overnight tonight, again, warmer than we've been seeing. Most of us will be above average tonight in the 30s. Lots to break down with your First Alert full weather forecast. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. A memorial tomorrow will honor the life and service of Walla Walla Fire Department engineer and paramedic Ryan Pleasance, who died in his sleep while on duty. On January 7th, during a 48-hour work shift, Pleasance was found dead in his bed at Fire Station 1. According to the Washington State Council of Firefighters, he died from a significant cardiac event. Now, Pleasance had recently been promoted to firefighter engineer after 19 years as a firefighter and paramedic with the city of Walla Walla. The procession to the memorial service starts at 11:30 tomorrow morning at Fire Station number 1. You can pay your respects by standing along the procession route, which runs from the Fire Department Station 1 through Walla Walla on Main Street, then turns onto Isaacs to the Dietrich Activity Center at Walla Walla Community College. You can expect road closures and delays in downtown and along East Isaacs Avenue from 11:30 until noon. The memorial service begins at 1 p.m. That will be live streamed on the Walla Walla Professional Firefighters Facebook page. In Moscow, Idaho today, a hearing about setting the trial date for Brian Koberger, the man accused of murdering 4 University of Idaho students. Koberger's defense team asked the judge for more time, saying a trial this summer wouldn't give her team time to get through 51 terabytes of information. Prosecutor Bill Thompson said he wasn't opposed to 2025. After more than an hour of arguments from both sides, Judge John Judge said he's conflicted. He understands that everyone, especially the victims' families, would like to get to the trial, but that everyone also wants to get it right. He said he'll contemplate the issue and announce his decision at a later date. A federal jury has ruled that former President Trump should pay more than $83 million for statements he made defaming writer E. Jean Carroll. Those statements included denials of her rape accusation against him. The ruling awards more than $65 million in punitive damages, $18 million in compensatory damages, and millions more for emotional harm and to repair her reputation. In May, a jury awarded Carroll $5 million in damages and for defamation. A separate jury found that Trump sexually abused Carroll and defamed her as he denied her accusations in 2019. To help keep more families in their homes, some Washington lawmakers want to limit how much landlords can raise rent prices every year. Two proposed bills before the legislature would cap rent increases at 5% per year, but those bills would not limit the prices that landlords can set for new tenants. It would also allow owners of manufactured housing communities to increase lot rent for homeowners who rent the land beneath their homes. Now, according to a survey by the U.S. Census Bureau, 6% of Washingtonians were forced to move because of rent increases in the first half of 2023. We are talking about that soggy weather ahead and what else is in store for your weekend as Stacey Lee is tracking your first alert forecast. Plus, we are live at the Sportsman Show at the Hapo Center in Pasco. We've been promised axe throwing. We'll check in with Austin next on Apple Valley News Now at 6:30.
The majesty of Priest Lake. Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through March 31st, receive rebates up to $1,600 off on a new Daikin Fit system and thermostat when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
In life's delicate moments, turn to the compassionate experts at Tri-Cities Chaplaincy. Whether it's hospice, palliative, or grief care for adults and children, we are here for you in Benton and Franklin counties. And the best part, our grief support comes at no cost to you. When life gets tough, we're here to guide you, ensuring you live your best life, even through the toughest moments. Visit us today at tccbestlife.org.
January is Cervical Cancer Awareness Month. Early-stage cervical cancer can have no symptoms, so start getting tested at age 25. There's more at applevalleynewsnow.com.
Becky Morris at Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic. Visit prosserhealth.org.
Are you looking for a new car that's sporty, fun, practical, with great fuel efficiency? Check out the 2023 Kia Forte LXS at Overturf Kia and make a bold impression when you ride in style. Now, just $19,999. Plus, get 3.9% interest for up to 48 months. Take delivery today or reserve a car that is on its way. Shop online anytime at overturfkia.com. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
That went fast. Okay, now what do we say?
Cook 'em, flip 'em, enjoy 'em.
Cook, flip, enjoy what?
Ajinomoto authentic Japanese geysers.
Gyoza.
Cook 'em, flip 'em, enjoy 'em. New Ajinomoto authentic Japanese style gyoza. Crispy, juicy, on your table in minutes.
And what do we call them? That'll do.
New Ajinomoto authentic Japanese style gyoza exclusively at Costco.
I've never dated this many women at once.
I haven't felt this way about somebody in a long time.
No one wants to see that.
I've been feeling some type of way about the other girls.
It was very condescending, and I'm not going to tolerate that.
She's made her mind up. She's leaving.
You were nominated for Volunteers Count, and you won, and you've got yourself a $1,000 donation from STCU.
For a small organization like us, that is not an insignificant amount of money.
I'm more of a behind-the-scenes person, so when I do get the recognition for the stuff that I do, it's like very rewarding.
She was just the perfect person.
STCU Volunteers Count honors volunteers in our communities. Please tell us a story of someone you believe is making an impact.
Welcome back. The 30th annual Tri-Cities Sportsman Show is underway at the Hapo Center in Pasco, and that is where we find Apple Valley News Now's Austin Reed having way too much fun tonight. Hi, Austin.
Hey there, Alyssa. Good to see you again. Well, I don't know if this is my favorite part of the night or this is the part where I get really nervous, but we are now inside the Axe KPR axe throwing unit. We'll just call this the unit right now. And this is, by the way, the 30th annual Tri-Cities Sportsman Show right here in Pasco. There's so much going on this weekend. I'm going to step out of the way, but you can see Ryan and Jason, they have been just going at it for the last like 10 minutes. So I think, is it time for me to try it? All right. Okay. So I'll start with this, guys. And you said it's really just, this one is just like that, right?
Yeah, okay. Over the shoulders,
all right.
Forward.
Okay. Dang it. I didn't even hit the red. All right. This is the star right here. Same thing? Yep. Same thing? Okay. Let's see if I can at least get it in the red. Nope. 0 for 2. All right. Last but not least, should I do the big boy?
I got to do the big one.
All right. Okay. All right. Now, earlier I was doing a little bit of practicing, but we'll see if that'll come in handy. This is where I go, like, okay. Step into it. Okay. All right, here we go. Well, actually, I guess this way. Well, at least I got there. So, all right, and the owner here, she's telling me this is the Axe mobile truck. So, have a great weekend, everybody. Come on out. The festivities continue Saturday and Sunday. Stacy, I think you're next. You better come out this weekend because you'll probably impress me.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
I'll take that challenge, Austin. Thank you. I'm not too bad at axe throwing. All right, let's take a look at Skywatch radar and talk about our active weather tonight. We're seeing mixed precipitation. All the pink you're seeing is rain mixed with snow, some ice in the area, again impacting the passes through the mountains this evening, wet on the west side. And once this rain starts up, it's going to continue all the way through the weekend. We do have a winter weather advisory, which will expire at 1 o'clock in the morning. Freezing rain all through the Cascade Mountains. We could see up to 1/10 of an inch of accumulation through the region. That could create hazardous driving conditions for anyone on those roads. As we know, we've been dealing with ice and freezing rain the last week or so. Here's what's going on. Skywatch radar, this big active weather pattern, again, coming up from the southwest, bringing that tons of moisture and warmer temperatures coming through the region. Right now, what's happening, what's causing this mixed precip is this rain is running right into that cold front, that cold air mass that's been sitting over our region for the last week or two. And that's going to start to filter out as that system continues to move up from the southwest. Here's our storm track for tomorrow, pointed right at Washington and Oregon, and we'll continue to see that active weather through the weekend. Here's our atmospheric river. Most of our snow showers are going to stay up towards the Canadian border. Rain showers through the region. There you see that on Saturday. And then as we get through our Saturday into Sunday, we have another system pointed more northerly towards Vancouver, BC, and those northern Cascade Mountains. Now, those rain showers are going to create rapid snow melt through the region. So rivers, creeks, and streams coming out of the mountains could be at Bankful by the end of the weekend. We're really keeping an eye on the Natchez River this weekend near the Yakima region area. Here's these widespread showers continuing on our future cast. Moving off to the east, you'll have little periods where it dries out, but it doesn't last long because there's more rain right behind that all through the area. Now, take note, over the Cascade Mountains, it's rain. So that is going to create that rapid snow melt through our region, even in the Blue Mountains. So we want to be very mindful if you live near rivers, creeks, or streams to pay close attention over the next several days because this active weather pattern continues. This is Saturday night. It moves off to the east, and we have another one setting up, mainly pointing up towards the north. We'll have a little bit of a break through the Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities, Yakima, and Kittitas Valleys. 35 degrees right now. Legends Casino Skycam out on Columbia Point. Finally clear skies outside. Weather photos, keep those coming. That foggy conditions, it does make for some beautiful pictures. So thanks for sharing, Alita. Remember, you can send your weather photos to me, S. Lee, at Apple Valley News Now. Here's our scattered showers and warm warmer temperatures overnight tonight. Look for those temps in the 30s all through the region. Planning your day tomorrow. Winds will be light, but look for showers on and off in varying degrees throughout the day. Tri-Cities, rain showers on and off throughout the day. A lot in Yakima with light winds there as well. Let's take a look at Walla Walla. We'll see those rain showers throughout the day. Now the winds are going to pick up slightly in the Walla Walla area, so a little bit breezy in the afternoon there for the foothills of the Blues. Hermiston is going to see some breezy winds, and we're actually tracking some heavy-duty winds in the Grand Ronde Valley with showers on and off throughout the day. So lots more to unpack. We'll get your 7-day planning forecast coming up here in just a few minutes. Stay with us. More Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 coming right up.
With K2 Vision RLE, you can throw away your distance and reading glasses. Plus, you'll never develop a cataract. Schedule a free Zoom consultation with us today. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
Need a new best friend? Then check out Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, where each Wednesday you'll meet lovable pets from shelters that are looking for their forever homes. Operation Best Friend from Windermere Group 1 and Apple Valley News Now.
Ben Franklin Transit is hiring safety-oriented coach operators. Become a crucial part of the Tri-Cities community and provide a vital service to our riders. Get out from behind a desk and experience a workday that keeps you moving. Enjoy CDL training, comprehensive benefits, and generous paid time off. When you're driving for Ben Franklin Transit, you're part of a growing team of community-oriented professionals. Apply now to join the Ben Franklin Transit team.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
See, Alice, it's snowy and cold out here, but in Triple Play's toasty indoor water park, people are happy and warm.
This is snow?
Roy, she's never seen it!
It's cold and sticks to my feet. This stuff rules.
Aha, look, she made a snow, Roy.
That is clearly a snow stand.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including bowling, ropes course, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Who is that?
My Aunt Shirley.
Spectrum Mobile brings you our best deal to start the new year. Now you can get unlimited mobile for $15 per line. Switch to Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for just $15 per line with no added taxes or hidden fees and no contracts. Save over $1,400 for the first year. Call 855-231-7007. Spectrum Mobile includes nationwide 5G and the fastest wireless speeds with unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for just $15 per line. Call 855-231-7007 or visit a Spectrum store near you.
Some people believe they can stop cervical cancer screening once they have children. Not true. Keep getting tested until you turn 65. There's more at applevalleynewsnow.com.
Becky Morris at Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic. Visit prosserhealth.org.
With K2 Vision RLE, you can throw away your distance and reading glasses. Plus, you'll never develop a cataract. Schedule a free Zoom consultation with us today. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Happening around the Northwest, a King County Metro bus drove through the wall of an indoor skate park in Seattle during a youth skate session. A Metro spokesperson says the bus was reportedly cut off, forcing the driver to swerve to avoid hitting another car. The director of the skate park says the spot where the bus hit is one of the most popular sections of the park. He said it's a miracle no one got hurt. A popular event will make its return to the Tri-Cities region this summer. Cool Desert Nights returns to Richland on June 21st and 22nd. That includes a Friday night cruise, a street dance concert in John Dam Plaza, and a car show and shine event at the Uptown Shopping Center and Jefferson Park in Richland. The Richland Chamber of Commerce and the City of Richland are co-sponsors of this event. Now it is cool, but not exactly desert-like this evening. We'll have a final look at your first alert forecast when we come back.
Next week, just look who's saying.
Good morning, America.
Emma Stone, Demi Moore, Dua Lipa and Henry Cavill.
Good morning, America.
Usher and Megan Thee Stallion on
Good morning, America!
A successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process. With Windermere on your side and confidence in your real estate journey.
Okay, so I'm not sure I could even talk about this, but US Cellular has a new deal where you can get any phone for free. Seriously, wow.
You're so right. That's a totally awesome deal.
I know it's not my business, but I just had to tell you.
My business sense says that's a great deal.
Yeah, maybe we should all keep this to ourselves. No selfies.
Excuse me, it's work. Talk to me.
What a boss.
Get any phone free when you switch to US Cellular. US Cellular, built for us.
Get ready to spin, win, and end January with cash at Wild Horse Resort and Casino in the $150,000 Mega Spin Extravaganza Grand Prize Drawing. Use your Club Wild Card to earn entries every day. Then join us this Saturday, January 27th, for a chance to take home the grand prize of $5,000 cash during the Mega Spin finale. Will you take home the grand prize? Keep playing in February for more chances to spin and win. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. More winners, more often.
Life can be hard. With Culligan, your water doesn't have to be.
Valley Nissan is your new Nissan Rogue headquarters. Over 25 new Rogues to choose from, all on the lot and clearly marked with low sale prices. Drive home a new 2023 Rogue for as low as $27,990. And listen to this. Interest rates as low as 0%, so why wait? Price, selection, and low APR financing. The time to buy is now. The place to buy is Valley Nissan. So come see us today. Valley Nissan is your new Rogue headquarters.
Next, ETR Jason Derulo and Michael Bublé exclusive unveiling their spicy new collab and couple name.
I think Derulo would work perfectly.
Next, ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Par, family owned since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you going to build?
Well, it made history as the first human-engineered craft to fly on another planet. Now, after 72 flights on Mars, NASA has ended the helicopter Ingenuity's mission.
The tiny chopper first lifted off on April 19, 2021. Imagery and data returned to NASA showed at least one of the chopper's carbon fiber rotor blades became damaged during its final flight back on January 18th. Now, data gathered during Ingenuity's mission will help in developing future rotorcraft designs to explore Mars and galaxies far, far away.
Always something new to learn, and then amazing that they managed to overcome the environmental challenges on Mars to make that happen.
It's pretty wild. I love anything space related. So
now here on Earth, we're seeing different kinds of environmental challenges.
That's right. We're going to be dealing with rain, lots of rain. Let's take a look at our 7-day planning forecast in Yakima. Those showers pretty much on and off all day tomorrow. A little bit lighter rain, but still some possible on Sunday. We'll dry out Monday, Tuesday, but then we have another system that's going to move in with those warm temperatures above freezing, which is going to be nice. But yes, more wet weather beginning middle of the week. Tri-Cities rain showers again, kind of drying out Sunday, Monday, even Tuesday. So we have like 3 days in a row there with not so active weather, and then getting into towards the end of end of next week, we'll see that showers return to the Columbia Basin. In Walla Walla, look for some breezy winds along the foothills there with rain showers on and off throughout the weekend. So there it is, Alyssa, just going to be a wet, soggy mess.
Well, you know, we could put the snow shovels away for a little bit maybe.
That's right. Perfect.
Thanks, Stacey, and thank you so much for watching. You can always find the latest on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. We're back tonight at 11.